Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Lorene. Got an inspiring show for you today, calling all of my actors up and coming. You're going to want this information. Be back in 30.
Jody, come and ride with me, get fly with me. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Do the most. Jody, come and ride with me. Jody, come and ride with me, get fly with me. Jody, come.
All right. So, you know what? This is live, baby. So it happens like that sometime. I had two other videos I wanted to play for you guys, but it didn't happen. Anyway, this is your girl, Lorene. This is after the show. Remember, this is a spinoff from New Music Mondays. The production company for this is 1/8 Productions, and this is a show to interview entrepreneurs, up and coming stars, community leaders, and so forth. So this gentleman that I'm about to introduce to you guys, I've been running behind this guy for quite some time. I tried to catch him when he was in Europe. Times was crazy. He's running, he's doing stuff. He's a busy actor, model, and all of that. Y'all, his name is Michael Carter. What's up, Michael?
Matthew.
Oh, God.
I get that all the time, though. So
okay. I know your name is Matthew. I've been calling you that all night.
All night. And it's weird because it's like every time people call me that, it's like they're always thinking about the archangel, Michael.
Yeah.
And I just resonate with it because I am a war angel, so I just resonate with that.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, y'all, let me do this again. This is my boy, Matthew Carter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Matthew Carter. Okay. So why is he so interesting to me? Well, we were born and raised in the same town. I think for the past 3 interviews, I've had people that are so successful, including my niece that grew up in Daytona Beach. So they're just kind of coming to me right now. So Michael, so now you are an actor, you're a model. Tell me, how did you get from Daytona Beach to the Bronx where you are now?
Well, before I got to the Bronx, I actually made a stop in Atlanta. I actually left Daytona and went to Atlanta. I lived there for about 11 years. And to be honest with you, before I even moved to Atlanta, I felt God telling me to come to New York, but I guess I just wasn't ready. I just was afraid to make that distance from my family to come to New York. So I went to Atlanta. And then after a while, I want to say in 2013, things started to happen. And God was like, it's time for you to go to New York. And I left not really knowing what I was going to do, sacrificed everything, got into a shelter and started rebuilding from there. Next thing I know, I got my own apartment in the Bronx.
Wow. That's how. So what type of mental state did you have to be in to achieve that?
To really achieve that, I really had to have a strong foundation with my faith and my belief in God that he was really going to make things work out for me. And I had to trust trust his plan for me, despite what other people probably thought. So I had to stay focused, and I had to ensure my mind was ready to actually really just trust God and keep a strong mind on God and just move forward from there.
Wow, yeah, because that took a lot at that age to leave. See, when you were in Atlanta, that was okay because that's what, an 8-hour drive or whatever. But going to New York, that took you had to be a brave dude, and you had to believe that what you were doing was going to work. Now speaking of work, tell us about some of your work, like some of the television shows, movies, and modeling assignments that you've done.
Oh my gosh, it's been so many, Miss Wong. I just don't know where to begin. I know when I was in Atlanta, the first TV show that I actually was able to actually be in was called Drop Dead Diva. And I was supposed to just be some, background within in the mix of all these other people, but they decided to make me a featured and gave me extra pay. And, it was an amazing journey from there. Then I started meeting people behind the scenes that started telling me they wanted to work with me on these other shows. So they started giving me information. And then I started getting people wanting me to be in fashion shows. I came to New York and had the opportunity to walk in New York Fashion Week, my very first few months here. Yes. It's just been a blessing because, again, holding on to that faith and people feeling that energy, even if they didn't have the same belief that I had, it just made them want to get to know me more because I didn't criticize them and they didn't criticize me. And we just built an amazing friendship and just grew together from there. So
yeah,
my first movie was 42. I came to New York. The first show I was in was, I forget the name of it. It was with this nurse.
I know how that is. When you do so much, I mean, you asked me all the stuff I did. I couldn't just rattle it off either. So, yeah, I certainly understand. But it sounds like you've done a lot of work. So much work. So when you were growing up as a kid in Daytona Beach, did you think that you'd be here where you are now?
I no, I didn't. And it's crazy because even when I started wanting to have this path for myself, I had people that attended the church that I was going to telling me I needed to give up this dream about being an actor because my destiny was somewhere else. And for me to try to be an actor meant that I was living a lie. So I needed to let that go. So
wow.
I didn't really
so maybe you could answer this question. What has been your biggest role yet? Either modeling, fashion show, productions?
I would say acting wise, my biggest role was on an independent project. I was the lead in a show called While You Sleep. So I was the lead actor for that series.
Was it scary?
No, it was more of a drama.
Okay.
Comedy.
Okay. All right. So that's been your biggest role. What has been the one that you enjoyed the most?
The one I enjoyed the most would probably be the most recent. I did some behind the scenes work, just a lot of core behind the scenes work on a new series on HBO called Love Life. And I would say that's my most enjoyable one because I had the chance to really network and build relationships with a lot of people, directors, production people, and just really help me to build with people so I can create my own because I'm in the process of creating my own miniseries.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we're going to definitely get to that. But I first want to talk about the Screen Actors Guild and also AFTRA. Now, what is AFTRA?
That's AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA. They actually merged together. It was two different unions. And they actually merged together. I haven't really been affiliated with the AFTRA because from what I was told and from what I understand, they haven't really been doing a whole lot, but they went ahead and merged together. People were normally joining the union as AFTRA to get work as a union. And to make it just better, they just went ahead and merged the two unions together.
That makes sense because Hollywood is big, but it's not that big, I don't think.
That is
So,
true.
so what are some of the benefits? Because people that are up and coming, want to be or are passionate about acting is going to be watching this.
Okay.
So, what is the benefit for being a part of the Screen Actors Guild?
For me, I've noticed the benefits. They have situations where they try to help you get an agent. They have a lot of training classes that are included. So you pay a fee one time, and then you are able to attend the training classes, the acting classes, as much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
For another one of the main reasons a lot of people like to join is because you get treated a whole lot better than you do if you're not a part of the union,
Yeah.
and the pay is a whole lot better. So it's like if it starts raining on you while we're filming, we get a bump for that. Uh,
Mhm.
if they use your car, you get a bump for that. If you have to change clothes, you get extra. So you get extra pay in so many different ways, and your check can go from getting $200 a day to my biggest check in one day has been about $2,000.
$2,000. That's not bad for a day's work.
Right.
So what did you think about that accident that happened recently on the set? Uh, oh, devastating.
It is very devastating, and it's crazy because I mentioned about independent projects, and a lot of times you hear about a lot of stuff happening like that on the independent project because
Hmm.
they don't really have a lot of stuff that's regulated on independent
Hmm.
projects.
But
But
this
for
was,
this
yeah,
it happened on a major project, even though it was a low budget project. It was dealing with people that was supposed to be trained and have a lot of experience. So it's just crazy. The more information I'm hearing about what they were doing on this particular set is just very heart wrenching, and it's very unfortunate because it's so many things that could have been avoided to keep this from happening, especially playing around with a gun.
yeah. So why were real bullets even on the set? Is that something
That's
that they do?
no, and that's one of the things that
Wow.
first came out of my mouth when I heard that there was a bullet, because I worked on Fast and Furious, and that's nothing but action, with guns and cars crashing, but they never use actual bullets. They would use either blanks or just use a fake gun, and then you would kind of use CGI to put the actual gun flashing into the editing process to make it look like the gun is actually firing. So it really doesn't make any sense why they had real bullets on set or a gun that can actually take real bullets, because prop guns, you can't even put a real bullet in it. So
What in the world? I know Baldwin he was really upset. He
yeah,
was really upset. So do you think that we're going to find something else out about this?
probably so. But as far as like I heard someone mention with Alec Baldwin, it's like they said he kind of is responsible, but it's really, you can't really put that responsibility on the actor,
Why?
because that's why you have people in the prop department that's supposed to take care of that stuff. Actors
Yeah.
aren't always trained to know what these guns supposed to do. We get information on, this is what kind of gun this is, and they tell us it's a prop gun, but still treat it like it's a real gun. And we
Mm,
do, try to keep it pointed at the ground at all times. But during a rehearsal, when you're actually going, like when I worked on Doom Patrol, we had guns. So when we were
mm.
actually time for us to shoot, we would put the gun up, or when we rehearse, we would pull the guns up. But they were not loaded with real bullets, nor could real bullets go in there. So
How in the world? So what I'm thinking is that they were so busy trying to make this look real or sound real that maybe somebody did something that they weren't supposed to do. Like, well, obviously,
and you don't even
you.
have to make it sound real, because that's why you have the editing.
Oh, because yeah, that's right.
That's why you have the editing. They
Yeah.
have sound effects that they can add to anything that needs to be done with the special effects and the CGI. It is really no reason why.
Oh
That
my God. That is when I heard that, my heart went out to that videographer um
the,
that was
yeah,
killed.
Yes, the DP. Oh my gosh, the director of photography.
Yeah,
And it's sad
yeah,
because she was on her way growing, and that's when I hear about people like that, because that's the same area that I'm in. I'm building as well, and when you hear about
yeah,
other people that are building, and then something tragic happens to them, you feel it because you know how hard they work to get to that position.
yeah. And she just got up to come to work that day. And I just wonder why was he pointing it in their direction? Because that's
Because
where
it
the
was for
camera was?
Yeah, it was for the camera. Yeah, it was one of those action shots where you point the gun to the camera to catch the shot. So that was the same
Okay.
shot list she had set up for the gun to be pointed at the camera, because the camera was the POV of the person he was shooting.
Oh my God, Lord. I just pray for that family. And yeah, that's sad. But anyway, so on another note here, now I tried to catch up with you in Europe a few weeks ago. So you were recently there. Tell us about what sent you to Europe.
The first film that I actually created, and it was so crazy that this film has been making it to so many festivals, because this is the same film that I made. It was my very first film that I made. I had to act, direct, and edit this film, and I had to teach myself how to do all these things with this film, and it is making it to so many different festivals. So I had the pleasure of being selected for a film festival in Europe,
Mhm,
and I was over there and just enjoying all the festivities that they had set up for us, and
mhm.
we actually we actually won an award.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. You won an award. So how did that feel?
It was amazing because just to see the people there and just the feeling of going on stage to accept an award, it was mind blowing, especially in a country that I've never been before.
Hmm.
But a lot of people are just resonating with the story.
Hmm. Hmm.
It was amazing.
It was amazing. Well, now, what role did you play in this particular film that you were at the film festival?
Well, this particular film is actually based on my life. So I was
Really?
the lead actor. Yes, it's based on
What?
yes.
Okay, so has it gotten picked up yet? Can we see it, buy it?
Well, it hasn't got picked up yet, but it is actually on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Well,
Yes.
give us the information. How do we go see it?
You can actually just if you go on YouTube and search War Angel: The Awakening, or if
Okay,
you go on
War Angel, the Awakening.
yes.
Okay, so how long did it take you to work on that project?
I actually shot the film. It's a full feature film. I shot it in 16 days.
You shot it in 16 days.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it got picked up at a film festival in Europe?
Yes, that was one of the festivals. Yes, it's going to actually be screened as well next year in Sweden.
You are doing the thing. This is my homeboy, y'all, out of Daytona Beach, Florida. Grew up on the beach just like me. It's so good to hear that you're doing so much. Now, you were a flight attendant for a while, so I kind of skipped over that. Tell me about that. How long were you a flight attendant?
I was a flight attendant for a little over 3 years, and actually, by me getting that lead role in the project, I actually one of the main reasons I actually quit being a flight attendant. So that just kind of showed me that I really want to just focus my time and energy on being an actor. But it allowed me to, travel, get a chance to see the world, and, just kind of find a way to make a plan if I needed to go back into doing that. I became a flight attendant because I thought it would be easier to get to auditions, but it actually became somewhat difficult because I was afraid to call in, and I missed my opportunity of being in the Black Panther movie.
Oh, really? Oh my God. How did that feel?
Oh my gosh, I still feel hurt over it. So that's why
Yeah.
you'll see me posting a lot lately. Just me kind of in a Black Panther uniform, or a couple of days ago, I took a picture with a piece of cloth around my waist, like an African tribe person, with my African beads and my Thanos ring that I have here. And I had the Black Panther behind me saying that I'm the son of Black Panther or something like that. I'm trying to recall myself to be able to be in the next one or something.
Yeah, surely you would have made that audition too, because they had a lot of actors in that, a lot of actors. So, now you talk about in your bio that you were diagnosed with HIV and your doctor told you that that was going to be the death of you. However, you switched that around and you said, no, this will be the life of me.
Yeah.
And with that same attitude, you've taken that and you have brought other people together to motivate others. Tell us about that. How are you doing that?
I'm doing that simply by just sharing my story. That's one of the main reasons I
Okay,
actually.
can you put some your earphones on? You got some earphones?
I do, but they're packed away.
Okay. All right.
Is it,
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, because we was getting a little. Okay, go ahead.
is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually doing that by sharing. That's one of the main reasons I actually wrote the book, War Angel, The Awakening, creating the films and things of that nature, because that happened back in 2007 is when I got diagnosed, when my ex cheated on me, and then something told me to go get tested. And that's when I got the news about the HIV status. For about a good 3 years, my body was fighting it off on its own, but then I got into a major depression, like a major state of depression. So my body started getting weak, and the virus kind of started multiplying a lot more. I went on a 40-day fast. My doctor told me not to, but I did it anyway. And my T cells dropped to about 16. So that's when he told me that I was going to die because I wasn't taking any medications. And I that was when my faith really showed through, because I didn't experience any of the symptoms that he was looking for. And he was flabbergasted on how I was even still able to stand. I was dancing actually when I came in for that particular appointment, and he came running out panicking. I had to sit him down and give him some water and tell him to calm down. So I told him, I said, this is what I'll do. I'll go ahead and start taking the medications. I'm fine. My body, my organs, nothing is shutting down. I feel great, to be honest with you. He quit his job to go do research in Africa because he didn't understand how I was able to actually stand and why the state I was in. And from that moment, I said, you know what? Because I had already had a conversation with God, asking him, why did he give something to me that was going to kill me and that I'm going to die? He told me to stop speaking death into my life and speak life into existence.
Amen.
So I said, I'm not dying with AIDS. I'm living with it. And I'm going to continue to live. And I'll do what I can, when I can, while I can, until you call me home. So that's how the organization got created. And that's how I decided to go ahead and just live my life. And again, that's why I decided to create what I'm creating, because I know there are not a lot of people that want to give me the opportunity just because of that sometimes. So I want to create a platform and create a path for people who are diagnosed, to give them the opportunity to go ahead and allow their talent to allow them to create their life and be their career option despite their diagnosis.
Yeah. Okay. So this organization is called Real Desire.
A Real Desire.
Okay. So give us an idea of how it works. Somebody comes into the organization and say, I want to be an actor. I want to be a model. But I have this disease. What do you say to them?
We don't even focus on the disease, because the more we focus on the disease, you want to be a model and you just happen to have HIV. Okay, great. We're not going to let that stop you, but we want to make sure you're taking your medications, you're exercising, because I believe in exercise in mind, body, and soul. All three of those things are going to allow you to be the best you can be.
And your body is amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, I didn't mean to go off on that, but I just thought about that. Go ahead.
Fit at 40.
Yeah. It looks good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm in a process of actually building an organization to be better than it is now, because right now it's me doing everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm restructuring my board because I want to have acting teachers. I have people that I can refer out to. That's what I'm doing right now. So if they want to be an
Mm-hmm.
actor, I refer them to some of my friends. A couple of my friends work with Tyler Perry, or actors for Tyler Perry, and they have acting school. So I refer
Mm-hmm.
them to those particular people so they can get the actual training to help them to be a better actor. They want to be a
Mm-hmm.
singer. So the goal of the organization is to have a physical school where I can get these people that I'm working with to actually come in and be teachers, to teach
Mm-hmm.
people whichever realm that their talent is, and just help them perfect that. And then
Mm-hmm.
what we're going to do with that is have talent shows, invite different agencies to actually see these people perform, and hopefully get them a contract with these agencies. A Real Desire is
Mm-hmm.
also creating their own productions, which is how the War Angel universe is being produced.
Oh, okay. So you produce that under your brand.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another way that I can actually bring actors in that I'm working with. So I may not guarantee them to get picked up by an agency, but if I see how serious they are, it's going to be someone that I'm going to want to work with. So I'll bring them into the universe that I'm creating and the different things that I'm writing and the people that I'm working with are writing, and I'll just,
Mm-hmm.
allow them to grow and build their brand with the umbrella of A Real Desire until they
Mm-hmm.
can find other people that will give them that opportunity as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. So if people now, this organization is alive and well in the Bronx, or where is it logistically?
Well, it's a 501c3, so it's literally an organization that can operate in any of the 50 states. I have started building it in Atlanta, and I started building here in New York. I
Mm-hmm.
was trying to build it in Daytona,
Uh-uh.
but
I mean, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
a
You
lot
know
of
what?
people.
Harry, Bernie, a lot of people have tried to make things happen there. It's just,
I tried. I really tried, but I felt like I was begging people to do what they wanted to do, and it didn't seem like they really had any enthusiasm. So I just kind of had to back up from that and just refocus my focus on
yeah.
the New York brand and also Atlanta. And I'm also working on incorporating a foster care and a safe house for LGBTQ kids, because unfortunately people are still kicking their kids out at the age of 12, 10, or 8
When
when
they
they
find
find
out that they're, yeah,
they're gay. So
yeah. So is that all under the same 501 3C? Is
yes,
that what? That's right,
yes.
right? Yeah, it's all under the same one. How difficult was that to get?
It wasn't difficult at all, to be honest with you. God, well, for me anyway. So God really allowed people to literally come into my universe and just say, "Hey, I'm going to help you get this." People from the IRS were actually helping me to make sure that I knew what I was doing, and they gave me the information I needed to have to make sure I understood what I needed to do, and I did the work and I did the research. And when I got a refund check, instead of me going out there spending my money on shoes and other things like that, I used the money to create the organization. I think I lost you. Is that my computer? Uh-oh. Hello. We can. Did you want to redo it now, or did you want to tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, I was just, I say that the energy for tonight. So, but if we need to reschedule, because it's Fridays when you, yeah, yeah, I'm still in here. Okay, okay. I think I had just finished saying how I got the 501c3 and it wasn't hard for me. Okay. Well, no, I didn't have. No, it was not a help from people. It was just from the actual IRS who I was getting it through, and they just was letting me know um, because they really want. Even with the state of Georgia, when I first started the organization, it was a charity, and I went to the state of Georgia and I told them I would like to have a nonprofit, and this is what I want to do. And the lady said, we need this here. So that was another reason I was going to try to move back to Georgia. And I decided what I needed to do because someone gave me a connection to someone in the Georgia area. And they told me, they said, no, just restructure your board. Stay where you are. Restructure your board with people here. And we're going to help you grow this thing because this is definitely something we need in Georgia, but that's also something they need in New York.
Yeah, and you were able to pull that off in both places. So how long has your organization been in existence, and how can someone become a part of it?
The organization actually got approved. The 501c3 status got approved in November of 2014. The same year I actually moved to New York. And I have a website. They can actually go to the website, www.arealdesire.org in order to get in contact with me. Or they could just email me at info@arealdesire.org.
Okay. All right. So now there's one last question I wanted to ask you, and that is, what does success in the entertainment industry mean to you? I mean, do you have to be in the high budget movies? Do you have to be a part of the A actors list or not to be successful?
I honestly believe success is different for every individual because everybody doesn't have the same goals. Some people don't want to be rich and famous and have their names all over the billboards, bringing that attention to them. For me, success is when I'm actually able to help people, and I feel like I am reaching that more and more, especially with me creating these mini series and the different productions that I'm able to create. To create my own path and give myself the opportunity if no one else will. I feel like by me being placed in a director's seat and a producer's seat, it's allowing me to be successful and allow other people to be successful, which again kind of adds to that success for me because I'm actually helping people who want to help themselves. And I feel like I'm not just existing, I'm actually living. So for me, that's success, is when you are actually accomplishing your dream and your dream has purpose. And it's just amazing to me.
I totally agree with what you're saying, man. Totally. people have success mixed up.
Yeah.
What happens is we compare our success with other people.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way. We were all here put here for a different purpose.
Very much so.
And I think if we concentrate on that purpose, like what you're doing with Real Desire, that we would, we will be overwhelmed by blessings and success, but we compare ourselves with other people.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
And I'm guilty of that too. I'm guilty of that too from time to time. I'll see other people. I'm like, man, I wish I can get this. I wish I can get that. But I started to realize that a lot of things I don't have is because of what I'm doing is intimidating some people. So they're afraid to kind of have me come do certain things. Or even if I was doing background work as an actor, they'll say, well, we can't use you right now because you outshining the lead actor. You outshining the lead actor. So I was like, how? They said, because your look, the camera loves you. And when people see you, which is crazy, because I'll do background work and I'm thinking I'm just a blur, but all of my friends are focused on me walking past, or like Bessie. I still have friends today. We shot Bessie in early of 2014 with Queen Latifah. And I have a little piece in there where she comes and say how much you pay, and I say 25 cents. And everybody say, hey, I saw you in this movie, Bessie. They don't say anything about Queen Latifah or anything else. And it's crazy. Or the Hunger Games. So it's like they I guess my face just stands out, and they say, why didn't you tell me you was in this TV show? I saw you in Black Lightning. Why you ain't tell me you was in Black Lightning? I said, I forgot all about that. Well, I saw you was carrying a little girl out. So
wow.
They was like, yeah, the camera loves you. That's how the director spotted you and Bessie, because you was doing background, and she was going through the film. She said, who is that guy? Call him and have him come back. So they had me come back, and they fired the guy who was the stand-in for Michael Williams, and they hired me.
Yeah. Your smile and your teeth are just beautiful.
Thank you.
So did you have some work done?
No, I was trying to. I called Smile Direct Club, but they declined me. I was trying to get my teeth straight.
So one more thing before we go. I know we've had some ups and downs on this interview, but we're getting through it most definitely. Tell me about those accolades behind you.
Oh my gosh, it's the awards is just, I don't know. I'm speechless when it comes to that. I guess for me, it really just blows my mind, because again, all of these awards and things are coming after people have told me that I was making a mistake trying to create my own film. And I listened to God and I moved forward anyway. And next thing I know, the same people that told me that I was dumb for doing what I'm doing are all of a sudden, hey, can I be in the next project? That's amazing. Or they really started understanding that it was more about the story and me sharing my story so other people don't feel alone. And being invited to speak, and also having a few clinics to actually purchase the books that I self-published and actually have me to come and speak to the patients, because the story is helping their patients when the doctors can't. It touches me in a special way, because I'm starting to realize.
I just got you back. Okay, go ahead.
I'm starting to realize that the purpose that God has called me to do is really, really manifesting. And I don't do it for the accolades, but I do understand that the accolades allow me to elevate and get the attention and be seen, so more people can hear the story, and I can actually help more people and just help them understand. Because what really caused me to fully self-publish the first book that I wrote, I was hesitating, and I asked God, is this really something you want me to share? Mm-hmm. Because I'm sharing stuff about me that I've never really told a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And not even a whole minute passed, and they had a news broadcast come and say a 12-year-old boy committed suicide because he was being bullied for being gay. So I said, I got to
Mm.
share my story because I can't not do anything, and this keeps happening. So I got to do my part. And
Yes.
the second part that I'm working on now, inner demons. I want to help people conquer their inner demons. So
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do what I can, to help people as best as possible.
Yeah. So, how were you growing up, gay in Daytona? I mean, in your hometown, like, did you need some of this guidance that you're willing to give people now?
Yes, that's another reason why I'm giving it. I mean, even with one of my best friends, it's like
Oh, take your time, baby.
I felt like they didn't want to be my friend anymore because of it. And it was like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff was probably in my head, but because I didn't have anybody to really talk to,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then because of being shunned so much, and it's so many things that I saw. I was even attacked when I went to Bethune-Cookman.
Really?
Yeah, and that's one of the topics in the first book, but I only say 7 people. When I went to Bethune, I had half the school attack me and try to kill me on
Oh my
Halloween.
God. Jesus Christ. And Cookman University, aka Bethune Cookman College, is our alma mater, y'all. So that's where we went to college.
And that's why
Um,
I had to withdraw because I couldn't continue to go to the school because I kept having flashbacks of being attacked by about 100 and something people.
I'm so sorry. I never knew that happened to you.
Yeah.
I never knew that happened to you. Well, but look at you now.
Yeah.
Writing books, producing movies, starring in movies. Look at you now. So we want to go and look for War Angel: The Awakening, correct?
Yes, War Angel: The Awakening. The film is on YouTube, and then the book is on Amazon.
The film is on YouTube. So I would love to share that on my channel too. If anything that you do and you need support, this Daytonian, I got you.
Thank you.
And me and Michelle, we got you for sure. Yeah, because I saw you pop up one day. I was like, oh, I know this dude. And then I talked to my daughter, and she was like, yeah, you remember? I was like, that's him. So you have grown into be quite the man.
Thank
I
you.
certainly appreciate your interview tonight. You know, the devil is a lie because he's been trying to get us all messed up all night, but we got through the interview. Is there anything you'd like to tell someone that is up and coming in the entertainment industry, specifically as an actor, that could motivate them to keep going?
I would definitely say this: make sure your why is strong enough. And I say why, why are you doing what you're doing? Because it has to be for you, not for somebody else. And you're going to have a lot of situations, because I'm going through that right now, where you're going to want people to really believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself more than you want others to believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you
Mm-hmm.
don't, you're going to give up on this dream that you say you want for yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
just understand that it's your dream. So you're going to be more passionate about what you're going for, and just continue to move forward. Even if the family and friends don't really stick by your side, continue to move forward, because you're going to have people within the industry watching you, and they're going
Mm-hmm.
to see if you're going to give up because other people are giving up on you. And when you
Mm-hmm.
don't, that's when you have other people that are going to come in and give you what you need. I've been so blessed, and I know you will too. And you're going to start seeing it. You're going to wonder how you're going to get things done. Just keep believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you don't have the money, you'll get the resources.
Mm-hmm.
But you just have to stay strong. Have faith
Amen.
in yourself.
Stay strong. Have a plan. have a relationship with God. I heard Steve Harvey say this the other day. That relationship with God is so important.
It
Have,
really is. And I keep him first and foremost in everything I do, whether
mm-hmm,
people believe him or not.
mm-hmm,
I'm a
mm-hmm.
witness of what he's done for me. And I can't sit
Yes,
here and try to make nobody believe, but I know what I believe.
I know that's right. Well, okay, so we're gonna end this interview because we'll be talking all night. Because we'll get into this homeboy homegirl thing, and people will be going, oh, we're not interested in that. But anyway, I want to thank you again for handling this interview like a professional. You got right through it, even though we had some kinks, but we worked them out. So, any last words? Where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram, War Angel Reborn. I'm also on Facebook, All About Matt. If you want to check out the series, I have a website I just created for the War Angel universe at warangelmovie.com. Again, stay connected with the organization that is growing even more, a realdesire.org, and reach out. I am definitely doing my best to keep information on both platforms and all platforms, Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes you might just want to laugh. I'll say something to hopefully put a smile on your face for the day.
Absolutely. All righty. Well, we want to thank you once again. And you just let us know if it's anything here that we can do for you on our platforms. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you have a good night. Thank you for hanging in there with me.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you for inviting me. I definitely appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay. Bye bye.
Jody, come and ride with me, get fly with me. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Do the most with me, make a toast with me. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Jody, come and ride with me, get fly with me. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Do the most with me, make a toast with me. Let me show you how it's supposed to be. Let's make a toast for the one.
All right. So we were live tonight with Matt. With Matthew Carter. I want to call him Michael. With Matthew Carter. Oh man, what an amazing interview. This is a guy that came from a small town in Florida. In fact, my hometown, moved to Atlanta, then moved to New York, um, got diagnosed with HIV, told he was going to be dead. That didn't happen. He created this organization that helps other people overcome their obstacles, especially in acting. So you guys check out the full interview. I'm going to be putting it on Facebook in just a few. Thank you. Good night. Hey, don't forget to check us out at the Rhythmic Bounce First Friday Flow, November the 5th. We're going to be doing the thing with Terry Rimpson, Kiss Giss, Edwin Victory, Dollarski. All of them are performing. DJ Rim is going to be on the ones and twos. And of course, your girl Wong Lorene is hosting. So I hope to see you guys there. Take care now. Listen in to New Music Mondays for all of the information on this show. Okay? All right. Talk to you soon.